Hey there, my name is Stephanie Joy of Joy Disability, and I wanted to go over with you how we do scheduling, if you want to call it that, for non-clients for whom we provide a free evaluation consultation to review the evaluation they sent us and determine if we can offer representation, meaning me, the attorney, with my team in the background, that would be your team, and or if we can't, and it's gotten to the point where I have had the opportunity to review it nonetheless, I will be able to provide some potential guidance on things one might want to consider doing while they continue looking for an attorney or a non-attorney rep in terms of how they might strengthen their case from what I could potentially see from what they provided in their evaluation. So I provide that for free, but the point I want to get to here is you've probably gotten a message saying, give us your unavailable dates so we can figure out when the attorney can call you. Let me explain how that works. We've been doing this for about 10 years in this manner, and it works extremely well for us and for our clients who don't really have to deal with this because they have the portal. They have a portal account with us that you don't have because you're not a client. So here's how it goes. When someone has submitted an evaluation and it has gotten to the review stage by us that I should be talking to this person, we might potentially be representing them. They're told they'll be called by me, and that we can go over it. And to facilitate that, we need to know when you are unavailable for such a phone call, because you're not going to get an appointment 2 months away like a regular appointment would be scheduled. Generally, we consider this more of an expedited need because the person needs and wants representation. So they have either a pending claim, it could be an application they already started, haven't finished. It could be they're full-blown into initial, could be they were denied an initial and they're looking for an appeal and there's a deadline on that, or something along the same lines, but in reconsideration stage or beyond. So we consider it something that you need a phone call from us who may be willing to represent at this point without that probably over 2 month wait right now for non-urgent type of things, for non-client, non-urgent kind of things. So this applies to you as well as to those who are non-clients but want a prepaid consultation. We expedite those as well. But what we need to do is find out when you're not available to talk, because we're going to do our best to get you into one of the rather impromptu times that I have multiple times a week and sometimes on weekends where I can call you and you've indicated that you will likely be available. I say likely because I know there's no hard, firm rule. We all have lives, and it could be our daughter decided to take us out to lunch or, all these other things. So it's not ironclad, so don't feel that way. But so we ask for your non-available time frame. And therefore, we can then use what we derive between 9 and 5 Eastern Standard Time to be your presumably, most likely, available times. And we do it for this reason. Multiple times a week, I will have this, what we call kind of an impromptu time. It's my early outs from an obligation. It could be an obligated hearing that I have to be in. It could be a workshop. It could be a client meeting, things of that nature. So we schedule those wide. In other words, mostly an hour or more is tacked on to what our expectation is of how long that obligation would generally take. And a lot of the times they will clear out as expected with an hour to kill before the next one. Okay. So I use that hour. I immediately go to a list that we have of people who said they were not unavailable at that specific time when I got out. So if you're on that available list because you did not write it off and say, nope, not available, unavailable that time, then you're going to be on that list for me to call. And I start going down and calling. And the first person that picks up will generally be the early bird who gets the phone call at that time. Doesn't mean you're not on the list for every other time, or if I get off with that person, sometimes I'll call and a person will pick up and they'll say, "Hey, I'm in the car. Can we speak in 15 minutes?" And I'll say, "Sure," because know that I'm always going to give it like a good 20-minute window. So if you want to be on that available list at that time, if you can. So it is important that when you're asked for your unavailable time, try not to exaggerate it. Try not to only give your comfort zone time periods. I know that's something that you might want to do, but it just means you're not going to get attention faster. Uh, it's just the way it is. So if you say, I'm unavailable outside those days, like I'm not available at all Monday, Tuesday, Friday, there's a decent chance you're going to get called Wednesday, Thursday. It's probably better if you have availability every day. And as a person who's not working, because you're disabled and you're in the middle of a case or you're working very part-time, it's usual that you're going to have many hours every day of the week that you are not unavailable. Available is usually doctor's appointments, and I think there's time for getting ready to go. That would be unavailable. Your drive time is unavailable. Obviously, your time there is unavailable. Your drive time coming back is unavailable. And probably a little breather when you get home so you can go to the bathroom, get a drink of water, maybe, calm your nerves a little bit. And then probably within a half hour, you're available again. So I think you might want to look at it like that when you're given your unavailable times. We have the reason why I'm doing this quick little video is because a lot of times people say, I'm available from 1 to 2 on Thursday and 4 to 5 on Friday and Sunday night at 11. We didn't ask for your available times. We asked for your unavailable. And this is with a purpose in mind. So those that are willing and able to do that find that they get called pretty quickly. Those that kind of want to run it their way, they're just going to have a more difficult time getting on that list where I can call you. Unavailable time periods. And if you make that very wide and comprehensive and therefore are restricting your available times, you're going to find that it's a little slower because we're kind of shakers and movers here. We have appointments by design all day long. There is no like, oh, I'm going to take a 2 hour and put my feet on the desk. That's not how I roll. I've got clients to work with. I almost want to say 24/7, but it's not 24/7. And non-clients, most people can figure this out and get through it. And I appreciate them because that means they're going to be able to work with us all throughout a little better too because they know how to follow directions. But if it's difficult for you or you're not willing, I get it. And there are other attorneys or their paralegals or whoever that speak to you that don't do it this way. This is the way we do it. I'm the only one that has conversations with the clients. They are my clients particularly. My team does a lot of communicating with clients that are clients through the portal and everything else in messaging and such like that. But when it comes to conversations, it's me. So this is how we roll. And I hope that you can handle it accordingly. And I'd love to speak with you soon. So if you can, give the most limited unavailability that you can muster up, okay? Try to limit it to doctor's appointments primarily. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that would be of major. And I'm talking Monday through Friday, 9 to 5. You can throw in a Saturday though, because I often make phone calls on a Saturday, particularly if I don't have a workshop that would otherwise be a big workshop day. All right. Bye, guys.